You good?
Yeah, I think we're live.
Brilliant, and welcome, good morning everybody. Welcome to the Dunedin Ice Stadium for our first game of the morning. It's a very nice and early 6:24 on the clock, but that is, of course, 7:24. I'm Chris. I'm joined by Simon this morning. Welcome, Simon.
Good morning, mate. How you doing, Chris?
I'm awake.
Yeah,
I'm awake.
Me too.
I woke up and it was 6:05, and I thought, oh, this is not going to end up well.
No. Well, unless you changed your clock.
Yes.
For us in New Zealand, we've daylight savings, so.
Yep. But no, we've got our first match up of the morning, Dunedin against Auckland, and Dunedin have a score to settle after losing very, very late in their first match against Auckland a few weeks ago, and going down in the second match as well. So we'll see if Dunedin can step up and eke out a win today. And Auckland, after the scoreline flattered Canterbury in the end yesterday. It was very, very close. 2-2 with only 9 minutes to go in the third period, and then Canterbury managed to run away with it with a couple of late goals. So Auckland are very unlucky to not be playing the later match this morning, but they will be looking to come away with the bronze medal this morning.
Yeah, and the coaches of each team have come together, and because of obviously, this is our kind of third, fourth playoff game. Both teams are playing their second goalies to give them some ice time.
Oh yes.
As well, so it's good that the teams will do that.
Yeah, I've noticed that throughout the season with Dunedin, they've got such a young team, and one of their goals throughout has always been to give all of the girls a run and give them some experience, and make sure they're all prepped and ready for a really good challenge next year as well.
Yeah, huge. I mean, we've got a couple of actually under 15 players in the Thunder team, which is pretty amazing. They play in Tekapo, so Jessica Ryle and Cameron Linton. We got Pippa Russick. She plays outside of Dunedin, and then we got Hannah Cross, number 6. She's actually resides in Hamilton, so bit of travel from these girls. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Look. Well, folks, for those that are listening or watching, I'm Simon. I'm about to sign off.
No, we did it. We just had somebody sleep, and I think their clock might not have changed, but Jess has now arrived. So thanks for helping me out here, Simon.
All right, that's cool.
And we'll go and listen to the sultry sounds of Simon Hepp through these speakers as the rest of the game goes on. Yeah, it sounds like we're going to get Jess on the mic, so we'll have Jess on in a few seconds.
Yep.
And Jess will be behind the camera as well. I'll be running the play-by-play again for what I'm sure will be a brilliant match this morning once we're all a little more awake. I hope you guys have your coffee. You're probably all sitting up in bed, keeping yourselves warm at this chilly Dunedin morning if you're here, or around the country to those of you watching up in Auckland and around the world. So we are now at centre ice for the puck drop.
Let's go.
Let's have a go. And the puck is dropped for the start of the period. Dunedin send it down the ice, right on the goal, and she will walk off to the side. Auckland take the puck, send it up the boards, but it's not out. Comes back in, and Caitlin Orr does the work, and it is sent goalwards. But Auckland pick up the puck and will work to get it out, and they do. Neville Lamb takes it up the ice into the offensive zone, heading towards goal. Tries to centre, but that's picked up by Abby Hill, who tries to send it across, but that is blocked by Jones, who tries to send it across, but that's picked up by Caitlin Hill, and the puck comes up for Orr, who just dumps and goes for a change. Puck comes to Vanel, and she takes it in. Down the boards behind the goal, sends it round for her teammate, who tries to send it, but that's blocked. And picked up by Jones. Tries to send that out. Good forechecking there from Dunedin early on. And Murray picks up the puck and gets it out for Auckland. But forechecking there. keeps it close to the line. Murray picks it up, sends it towards centre, and Jones takes it through into the offensive zone for Auckland. Off to Morale, puts it on goal, but that is blocked by the goalie. And she gets the puck back. Tries to get a shot off, and that is blocked again. Goes off towards the corner. Malari got the puck down by the boards, coming in towards goal. Stick handles around, puts it on goal, but the keeper deals to that, gloves that, and we will have a whistle.
First whistle.
First whistle, and that's brilliant play from both sides. Fast start to the match.
They've had their coffee.
Yeah, they certainly have. They've probably been up since about 5 o'clock. And puck is dropped. The puck comes back for Dunedin, but the pressure there turns up the puck for Auckland. They send it around the boards up. Puck comes back for Dunedin, and they will now break it out. Puck bounced forward, goes length of the ice. No icing on that one. And Dunedin pick up the puck down deep, but leave it behind. Here comes Auckland, picking up the puck and going around the back of the net. Tries to send it up, but that is blocked and almost goes in, but stopped by the goalie. And the puck comes back up for Dunedin, who try to centre it. Comes to Watt, who sends it on goal. That's blocked by Bruce, who chases the puck into the corner, tries to get it out, but can't quite get it. And it's sent back in deep. And that is eventually cleared out by Auckland. And Abby Hill gets a stick on that, sends it towards the boards to stop any pressure from the Auckland forwards. And she will look to break out now. Sends it bank pass up the boards to Orr, who can't get a stick on that, so that comes across now for Pascoe, who will take it back into her zone. And is under a bit of pressure, but manages to get through the defence, sends it to the point, and that is almost in the goal.
It was in.
That was blocked by somebody in front. I don't think it was the goalie. I think it might have been Caitlin Hill, who now has the puck behind the goal and tries to get that out, but that bounces off Pascoe's stick and is now back with Auckland. Centred to Pascoe, but there was a Dunedin stick in the way of that. Kept in, and now with Neville Lamb, who tries to get it across to a teammate, but that is blocked. And now the puck comes up for Dunedin, who get it out, and now heading up into the offensive zone. But stick it in the way, gets that from Neville Lamb, and now it's with Pascoe, who sends it across the ice to a teammate. Gets a shot on goal. That's blocked easily by the goalie. And now comes up for cross. Who loses it at the halfway mark, and it comes back out for Auckland, who are advancing on goal. It was a dangerous advancement from Auckland there, but it didn't quite connect with the stick of Murray. So it comes back around for Dunedin, who managed to get it out. And Sammy Hayward's chasing after that one. That's the first we've seen of Sammy this morning, and comes around for Vanal in the bottom corner, who gets it back to Sammy Hayward. Sends it up to Thompson, who's looking for a shot. Sends it on goal, but that is sent aside by the goalie, and Auckland send it out of their zone. That comes back for Vanal, who gets it down into the Auckland zone, but it's picked up by an Auckland player, who sends it out. And they will dump and chase. And some defensive pressure there, puts the Auckland defender under some pressure, but she manages almost to get it out. Henderson does a good job to keep that in the zone. Back with Henderson now, sends it towards the net. The Dunedin player can't get the stick on that, so it goes off towards the corner, and she'll chase that, try and centre it, but that comes up for Auckland. And Wadecki gets it out of the zone. And there's a delayed offside call here, so we will wait and see where this face-off happens. So we're just over 5 minutes in, 4 shots for Auckland, 2 to Dunedin. But it is a fast-paced game. We are moving all over the ice. And we're now heading all the way back down to Dunedin's defensive zone for the offside face-off. And face-off comes out for Dunedin. Sent up, out, and picked up by the Auckland player. Sent across the ice. And up for Watt, picks off that one. Watt gets in the way and puck pops out for Dunedin. Linton will take it down deep and try and bring it around the back of the goal, but she is pressured on defence by the Auckland player who manages to pick it up. Bruce now fighting for it. They send it round up the boards and Keenan almost gets hold of that. But both players have whiffed on it and Keenan manages to get back towards it. And the puck eventually pops out for Auckland, who send it down the ice. And Cross takes that one, sends it across to Abby Heel, who will send it back across for his sister, who is almost catches Auckland on a change, but doesn't manage to connect with it too well. So it's down in the corner with Abby Heel. Drops it around for Caitlin Orr, now to Caitlin Heel. Tries to centre it, but that's picked off by the Auckland centre, who passes it up to Pascoe, who will go for a skate into the Dunedin zone. And her attempt there is blocked by the stick of Cross out of the rink for a face-off. So too close to call, 7 minutes in. These teams are both definitely here to win. And the face-off comes out for Pascoe. But she loses the puck, that gets tipped out and comes up for Abby Heel. But she's pressured down deep and the puck is now on the boards with Pascoe and Neville Lamb. Neville Lamb comes in close, but that is tipped off her stick. Abby Heel tries to send it up and it comes up to the Auckland player at the blue line. Caitlin Heel picks off that one and sends it forward for her sister, who has Caitlin Orr in support, but that is a stick in the way of that from the Auckland player. And Dunedin opt to dump it down deep and go for a change. Puck comes up in the centre for Dunedin, but that's blocked by Malari and goes down deep. Icing is waved off. And the pass skips over the stick and we'll have a battle down below the goal line. Malari comes up with the puck there. And she's under pressure, but manages to drop off the puck for her teammate, who stick handles through the middle, gets right on goal and puts it straight into the chest of the Dunedin goalie. So we will have another face-off in the Dunedin zone. Face-off comes up for Auckland, who put in a shot from the blue line, but that goes wide. And Dunedin trying to reclaim it on the boards, but comes in deep for Malari from Auckland, who stick handles through but is put under pressure, and the puck is sent down the ice by Dunedin, who will go for a change. And defensive pressure on from Dunedin, forcing the pass there. And the attempted pass is blocked by the Dunedin player, so Auckland will reset and try and go again. And they do go again. They get the puck down into the Dunedin zone, sent towards the goal and pushed away by the goalie. Puck now down deep and sent up towards the blue line. And goes down in behind the goal. And Dunedin will pick that up and take it up the ice. Bank pass up for Ryle, who tries to centre it, but that is easily dealt with by the Auckland player, who sends it up for a teammate. Saves it back and handles around the defence, but a stick from Cross pushes her off towards the boards, and she's now behind the goal. And Cross then picks up the puck and will try to get it out, and does so. Now down Auckland's end. And Auckland get a stick on that and will look to break out themselves. Doesn't quite pay off, and the stick comes out eventually for Auckland, who get a soft centering pass that comes up for Dunedin, but Pascoe gets her stick on that and goes towards goal. Pressured very well by the defensive team there. They know that they need to deal with Pascoe and her silky smooth hands.
Oh. Hand pass. Unlucky.
There was it almost paid off for her. It's a slight discussion between the rest. We'll see what the eventual call is. But yes, it may be a gloved puck.
I thought you could do that in your own zone.
You can use your hand, but I don't think you can glove it. So we will now have a face-off down.
Oh well.
Down there. Right. Abby Hill gets it for Dunedin. And offensive pressure there from Auckland, sees them retrieve the puck down below the goal line, and Neville Lamb loses it. Sent around, but Pascoe gets a glove on that, and eventually it comes out for Dunedin. And Auckland pick it up and send it down into Dunedin's zone. The attempted clearance is not successful. Hansen sends it across for Pascoe. Looks to slap shot it in, doesn't go for it, and it comes up for Abby Hill. Abby just looking for a way to get out below her goal line. Sends it up the ice for her sister, who gets a shot on, but that is blocked by the defender. The rebound is unsuccessful, comes out for Abby Hill, who dives to try and keep it in, but doesn't work for her. And now we got to beat the icing, and Pascoe does not beat the icing. So we'll come back Auckland's end for a face-off just to the right of their goalie.
Haven't been down here in a while.
No, we've spent a little bit of time down here, but there has been a lot of offensive pressure from Auckland. You're absolutely right. So Dunedin have chosen to go from the other side. So we're going from the other side of the Auckland goalie. And Dunedin win the face-off. Send it down deep, and they will chase it in. Pascoe gets the puck, sends it across for Neville Lamb, who breaks out very easily, takes it behind the defence, sends it across. But the defensive pressure from the Dunedin player deals to that. Well done to her, and Malari has picked it up deep on the wing, and under pressure from Hayward, and the stick of Thompson deals to that. And the puck comes out of the zone. Picked up by Auckland, who take it across the ice, and Watt sends it further down, forcing Auckland to reset once more. That's sent deep down, and no icing on that one, so Sammy Hayward will look to get that out of her own zone. Doesn't have the support up on the boards, and that is picked up by Malari from Auckland. Sends it across behind the goal. And Dunedin pick that up and get it out of the zone. Auckland now advancing through centre ice. Around towards the goal. Opts not for the centering pass, goes for a shot, and that goes high and wide. And the puck is picked up by Dunedin defender, who sends it up, and it goes across for Henderson, who tries to dump it in but doesn't pay off. They get the puck into the zone, picked up by Jones, who will send it across for her defender. And Auckland get it up through centre ice. Picked up by Watt, who opts to send it up to Linton, who takes the puck in deep, and Dunedin going for a change. So Auckland put on the defensive pressure, sends it up for Caitlin Heal, who puts it on net. And the goal! The first shot did not go in. The first shot came off the pad, came back towards her stick, and she ripped it in between the post and the goalie. So we have our first goal of the game to Caitlin Heal off 26 Cameron Linton, who was one of those young girls who's turning 14 in a couple of weeks. When I was 14, I certainly wasn't playing in a national league. So well done to Caitlin and Cameron for getting the first goal of the match with 6 minutes to go here in the first period. And the puck comes out for Dunedin off the face-off. Sent in deep. And Auckland pick it up below their goal line, send it up the wing. And down into Dunedin zone, but Caitlin Hill comes up with that, off to her sister, and up to Caitlin Orr, who sends it towards the net, and the goalie opts to get a glove on that.
Dunedin have got a bit of fire now.
Yeah, well, they were falling behind on the shots count. Auckland were dominating there early on, but now it's 6-5 on the shot count, so Dunedin have come back, and they're making a very even game out of this. So Pascoe picks up the puck and tipped into the Auckland bench. So we'll have another face-off in the Auckland zone. And puck comes back. Caitlin Heal tries to send it in deep, but Pascoe picks it up. Comes on to Abby Heal's stick. She drops it down for Caitlin Orr. And now it's picked up by Pascoe, who gets through two Dunedin players down deep into the Dunedin zone. Cruises around behind the goal. Stick handles all the way through and just gets a nice little soft backhand shot on the Dunedin goalie, who pushes that one aside. And she's still got the puck, sends it on net, but that one is blocked by the goalie easily enough. Cross tries to get that out, but it comes off towards the boards again with Pascoe. Coming across through centre, off to Neville Lamb, back towards goal. Nice little passing play there, doesn't pay off for them, and comes back in front of the goal.
Oh.
And we have a
cross check. No. Shoving. No.
It was either cross check or boarding penalty. I couldn't quite tell.
I think it might be boarding actually. Yeah.
And that's against. Who was it against? I can't see the player.
Cross.
Is it Hannah Cross?
It is.
Yep. 2 minutes for boarding to Hannah Cross. So we will see the first power play of the game. Now, yesterday, Canterbury were able to shut down Auckland's power play pretty well early on. So we'll see if Dunedin's penalty killers can do the same here, or if Auckland managed to find a way through. So Auckland with the puck, passed across to Pascoe. Back up towards the blue line to Jones. Across to Malari. She's looking for a way in and puts a shot on, but that the ref did blow for a goal there, but it was not in the net, it was on the side of the net. So we will have a face-off to the left of the Dunedin goalie. Puck comes out to the boards, and Dunedin come up with that, but it pops off back to Malari skates, and they will battle on the boards. It comes up to the blue line for Auckland. Back to Malari. Up. And she gets a centering pass, but bounces off the stick of the player, off Jones, and back down into the corner for Malari. Up to Jones. Is that Jones? Yes, it is Jones. Send across the ice to Pascoe.
Always dangerous.
And the tip doesn't happen there. with the centering pass from Pascoe, so she will receive the pass back again and try and find another way in. Sends a shot on goal, and that is blown down. The ref thought it was in the gear of the goalie, but we will now have another face-off in the Dunedin zone with 50 seconds left. So far, the penalty killers are doing the job needed of them. Keeping the puck away from the goalie, giving her a chance to see the shots as they come in. But one lucky tip could change all of that. So Auckland will look to capitalise over the next 50 seconds as we have the face-off, which comes up for Abby Heal. She doesn't quite manage to get that out. Richmond deals with that at the blue line. And Caitlin Heal sends that one out, and her sister will chase Richmond down the ice. Caitlin Heal now comes up with the puck and sends it down in deep. Abby Heal will chase, and Caitlin will go for a change. Oh, Abby almost gets a stick on that. Just a little bit of a stick, doesn't manage to keep it with her, so she will come back for the back check. Send across the ice to Abby Heal, who opts to send a shot on and go for a change herself. And with 5 seconds left in the power play, Auckland will look to advance, and we are now back to even strength.
It's a pretty good penalty kill.
Absolutely, it definitely was. And there's a bit of a scramble in front of the net, but Dunedin managed to deal with that in the end, and no goals are scored. Sammy Hayward with the puck down behind the goal, bounces around for Lainey Keenan. But now doesn't get a stick on that, so that pops down the ice for Auckland. And the puck is offside. The player's offside. The puck comes up now for Dunedin, who sent it down and picked up again by Bernal. Neville Lamb gets a stick on her puck and goes for a skate down the ice. Deals with 1, 2, 3 Dunedin defenders, but off the skate and comes back up. But Jones gets her stick on the puck and sends it down in deep. Stick handling back to her teammate behind her, who and that went straight through the legs of the goalie, and they almost managed to get a stick on it, almost managed to get it towards the goal, but it bounced around the side, a bit of a scramble, and the goal came off its moorings. So the puck did end up in the net, but it was after the whistle blew, so we will not have a goal. And we will restart with the face-off to the right of Dunedin's goalie. And puck comes up for Cross. Back on the ice after sitting for 2 minutes. And the players go down. The puck is underneath them somewhere. Puck pops out, and Neville Lamb now has it on her stick. Drops it down. Centering pass is good, but the goalie deals to the shot. And Hannah Cross now breaking out.
30 seconds left.
Cross chases that down deep, but Neville Lamb with it on her stick. Tries to pass it up, doesn't work. And the puck is sent around the boards and down. So Dunedin will, I think, look just to make sure that they don't let anything bad happen in the next 2 seconds. And that is the end of the first period. So Dunedin up 1-0 after 20 minutes.
Look at that shot count, though.
Which absolutely, it defies the shot count. 12-5 in favour of Auckland. So you have to give it to Dunedin's keeper so far. She has done a stellar job in keeping the puck out, but also to Dunedin's defence, because those shots have not really been very dangerous so far. There's been a lot of scramble in front of that, and we will see if in the second period Auckland can convert those chances and get themselves back into the game. So we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to the second period of this very early morning match between the Auckland Steel and Dunedin Thunder women. This is the third and fourth playoff, and after 20 minutes, Dunedin lead Auckland 1-0. Now the ice has been freshened up. We're just waiting for the umpiring team to come out of the changing rooms, and we will be back underway very, very shortly.
It's going to be a good game, I reckon.
Yeah, well, it's been very much a close match so far. The shots on goal, 12 from Auckland, 5 to Dunedin. So Auckland have been pressuring Dunedin's goal much more, but the spoils are currently going Dunedin's way. They have had more quality opportunities, I would say, as Auckland have struggled to get anything properly on net, and there's been a lot of nice sort of softer shots coming through from Auckland that have been easily dealt with by Dunedin's goalie and the defensive team.
They get them down there pretty well. Like, they can dangle around, and then, yeah.
Oh, yes, well, you got the silky smooth hands of people like Pascoe and
Absolutely.
Neville Lamb. And that is one of the major differerences, I think, between these two teams is Auckland have the old hands. Auckland have those experienced players who have played national level hockey, and they know how to get around the other team, while these players here on Dunedin, like we're talking about, there are several players here who are yet to turn 14, and there's a lot of young blood, a lot of new faces on the Dunedin team this year who are getting some really good experience out there, and that experience that they've been getting over the past few weeks is really paying off. And we can see down there, Abby Hill is, as always, really enjoying herself. Just having a great time. She knows she's out here to have fun. Yes, they're out here to get that bronze medal, but they're also just having a brilliant time. And that always pays off. When your team's in a good mood, you play better. So we have swapped ends. We'll be going for the long change now with Dunedin's top line of Abby Hill, Caitlin Hill, and Caitlin Orr out to take the face-off, and puck pops out for Neville Lamb and Hansen. Neville Lamb brings it down straight through the middle, sends it across the ice, but that does not get to Pascoe. The clearance attempt does not work for Dunedin. It stays in, and puck comes up for Pascoe on the boards. Sends it towards the goal, and the player cannot get a stick on that, so it pops out for Caitlin Hill. Sends it around, and that comes up for Caitlin, who sends it up to Abby, but she does not get a stick on that. Goes length of the ice, and we will have an icing call. So back down Dunedin's end. 34 seconds into the period. So it was really good offensive hustle from Auckland there, but equally good defensive hustle from Dunedin early on here in the second period. Abby Hill in to take the face-off for Dunedin. Sends it across. Malari almost picks it up. Yeah, but it comes out for Abby Hill, who sends it up to her sister,
Nice.
who will chase the puck in deep. And the goalie sends that off towards the wing. And picked up by Caitlin Hill. And scramble in front of the net. The puck ends up out on the wing and taken in behind the goal. Puck is with Richmond, who will send it across, but Vernal gets a stick on that, and now it's with Malari. Pressured by Hayward, and the puck comes up for Vernal, and it comes out of the zone, so she will send it down to the defender, and that'll get him up for Sammy Hayward, who taps it in deep. Vernal now with the puck, back on Hayward's stick, sends it up to Russick on the blue line, who will put the puck in. That bounces up off a stick and onto Hayward's stick. She puts it on goal, and the keeper opts to put a glove on that and stop the play. So that
offensive pressure there.
good, yes, absolutely. That was a good minute or so of offensive pressure from Dunedin, who have stepped up here early in the second period. So Hayward will now take the face-off. And it comes out wide. Thompson will chase in for Dunedin. clearance attempt comes to Vinal. Back over to Hayward, who loses footing and just sends that one in deep. Winnie Davis now with the puck. Down deep, tries to bank that around. That comes up for Auckland behind the net. And Russick doesn't manage to get that in, so Auckland break it out. Down. And the Auckland player goes down, didn't come up with the puck. But Auckland get a stick on that, send it towards the goal. Thompson from Dunedin now with the puck, coming up the wing. Sends it up for Ryle. And the puck is out of the zone. Russick picks up the puck down below Dunedin's goal. And she'll send it up to her wing, who will then take it up the wing herself and gets it into the zone, sticks with it, but the puck is picked off by Auckland and it comes out of the zone. Now with Hansen, one-on-one with Dunedin's Watt. She puts it on goal, but that hits the goalie and bounces back out towards the wing. Now with Neville Lamb, who takes it down behind the goal. Looking for a centering pass. Nobody there, so she'll go herself. And that scrambles in front of the net. The puck is now out. And Auckland keep hold of the puck, but that is picked off by Dunedin's. They get that down in deep. Jones now with the puck behind her own goal, but she loses that. That is sent up to Keenan and back with Caitlin Heel. Off to her sister Abby. Centering pass comes back to Caitlin, slap shot, and that goes wide. Now with Keenan on the blue line, that shot is blocked. Caitlin Heel picks up the puck, cycles around behind the goal, comes back in front of the goal, puts it across, but Caitlin cannot get a stick on that, and it's now with Pascoe. Stick from Abby Heel, gets it back with Dunedin, and puck comes across in front of the goalie. She'll put a glove on that and we'll have a whistle. So these first 4 minutes or so have definitely been Dunedin's, as there's been a lot of offensive pressure from them, searching for that second goal. Caitlin Heel puts a shot on, but that goes wide, and Malari gets the puck out for Auckland, going down towards Dunedin's goal, sends that on goal, but easily dealt with by the keeper, and it comes up for Caitlin Heel. Now with Caitlin Orr, Abby Hill puts it on goal. Goalie stops that one and pops it off towards the corner. Now with Auckland, sends it up for Malari, but she doesn't get a stick on that. No icing on the call, so no icing on the play, so we'll carry on around to Russick. They will take it in and send it up the ice. And Dunedin dump it in. We'll go for a change. Vanel now with the puck deep. And the puck is there, picked up by Murray, who will take it in, has support from Malari. But Russick gets a stick on that. And Dunedin now looking to take it out of their own zone. Sent up for a teammate. Dumped in, and Dunedin will chase. Puck sent across the ice, and Thompson from Dunedin will chase that and look to keep hold of the puck. Sends it up, but nobody there, so sent goalward by Auckland, but Sammy Hayward now picks it up and takes it up the ice. Shot is blocked by McLean. Hayward almost gets hold of it, but Auckland managed to get their sticks on the puck. And McLean gets it the length of the ice. Puck is now with Caitlin Heel. No, it's not Caitlin Heel. It is now with Dunedin on the wing. Comes back for Henderson. Doesn't quite connect with it, but does send it in deep, and she will chase her own puck. Good defensive pressure from Auckland. Brings it up for them. Neville Lamb chasing that out. And Rena Watt sends it across for her teammate. Neville Lamb now with the puck on Dunedin's goal line. Tries to send it in, but a stick deals with that. And Dunedin, Auckland now with it, sending it in deep. Comes up for Rena Watt. Sends it across to her teammate, who cannot quite get a stick on that. And Pascoe will chase that down into her own zone. And comes around across the ice. Up through centre. But a stick from Cross, Hannah Cross, stops Pascoe in her tracks, but Pascoe almost gets the puck back. And now it's on the stick of Jones, who comes across the goal. Puts it right on the goalie, who deals with that, no problem at all. And now Abby Heel with the puck, sends it up to her sister, who's put under pressure by Neville Lamb, and Neville Lamb now takes the puck behind her goal line, sends it up to Pascoe. And Abby Hill puts pressure on there, and the puck comes up for Dunedin. Abby Hill dumps that one in deep for her sister. Sends it to the point, but Jones gets a stick on that and will send it up the ice to Murray. And now it's with Pascoe. Going into the zone, pass back to Murray, but it hits his skate and now comes out for Malari. Puts it up to Murray. Defensive effort there, deals to that, and Dunedin get the puck up and out of the zone. Auckland now with it in their defensive zone. Abby Hill stops that one, but it does eventually come out. And Auckland have it now in Dunedin's end, down behind the goal line. Malari picks it up. Stick from Keenan, I think. Gets onto that one. And the puck comes out of the zone. Dunedin player goes down, and there is a penalty on the play, I believe.
That is a cross check, that one.
That one is interference.
Oh.
That was an
Ignore
interference
me.
call. Just as she was trying to come around, she got dumped. So Dunedin will now go on to the power play.
First power play for Dunedin.
Yeah, so we'll see if they can capitalise on this. They've got 2 minutes to see if they can double their lead and make it a much more comfortable situation for themselves. Puck sent towards the goal by Dunedin, but nobody in the way, so Auckland come up with the puck. Pascoe whiffs on that one, loses the puck behind her, and now goes forward. Linton will chase in, but Jones from Auckland has the puck, and she sends it out. Russick gets a stick on that easily enough. And across to Hayward, under pressure from Pascoe, but Hayward easily gets the puck and sends it back to Russick. Sent across for her teammate, but that misses every stick, and we will have an icing call. So Dunedin looking to try and capitalise there, but not quite paying off in the first 37 seconds.
There's still time.
No, yeah, there's still time. There's still time, but there is some good offensive pressure from Auckland. And a shot and a rebound there almost pay off for Auckland. That just went wide. But forechecking there from Auckland, but Dunedin come out with the puck now with Sammy Hayward, who dumps it in deep, and we get a couple of changes for Dunedin. Now with Caitlin Heel, Caitlin Orr on the ice. And Auckland going on the offensive, send it on goal, but that hits the goalie and bounces wide. Puck is sent up for Caitlin Heel. And Caitlin Orr will chase in the puck. Comes up for Caitlin Heel again. Brings it round the back. Sends it up to the blue line for cross. Sends a shot in, and that is in the goal, off the crossbar and down. That was a brilliant shot there from Hannah Cross off the pass from Caitlin Heel. That was, everybody was a little unsure for a second there. It hit the crossbar and went down. We all saw that, but nobody was sure where the puck went, but the ref saw it. Absolutely. Popped in off the crossbar and down into the goal. So, Dunedin did what they needed to do there on the power play, and they are now up 2-0 with just over 9 minutes left here in the second period. And Auckland get the puck off the face-off. Murray stick handling around through the neutral zone, sends it across to Neville Lamb. Murray now with the puck. Shot blocked by Keenan.
Oh.
And the play has been waved off. We'll just wait to see what happens here. The puck did end up in the net. It was a bit of a scramble. Players all over the show. One of the Dunedin players ended up right in the back of her own net trying to deal with the puck. And they are just asking the goal judge as well what happened, but we will see what the official call is once the umpires are able to chat with the goal judge. It's certainly possibly a goal. The puck did end up in the net, but as to how it ended up in the net, we're not entirely sure. Several people ended up on the ground. The goalie was scrambling all over the place. You can't fault them for effort, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Coming out with fire after that last goal.
And we do, in fact, have a good goal. So, less than a minute after Dunedin doubled their lead, we are, looks like Murray and Neville Lamb between them are claiming the goal. I'm not sure who. We'll go Murray. We'll say Murray scored that goal. So, 2-1 now to Dunedin with just over 9 minutes left in the period. And the puck dumped in deep by Dunedin and picked up behind the goal line. Watt sends it back in deep for Dunedin. And Auckland pick it up. And it comes out of the zone. Sam will chase that in deep, but she is pressured well by Neville Lamb. Murray puts that one into the net. There's no doubt about that one. Nobody around, nobody home, and Murray just pops out over the shoulder of Dickinson and straight into the net. So, less than a minute after Dunedin went up 2-0, we are now 2-2. And Dunedin will have to regroup and figure out what they can do to stem the tide here and take back the control that they had not that long ago. And the puck comes out for Russick off the face-off. Sent down in deep. And Russick will chase down into her own zone behind the goal line. Offensive pressure on from Pascoe. She takes hold of the puck and the goalie stops that shot. And we will have a whistle there. It's another bit of a mess right in front of the goal. Pascoe doing all the work there to get another shot off, but the goalie manages to get in the way of that, cause some trouble, and there is no harm done. We stay at 2-2. Just a little bit of a conversation from Auckland's captain with the umpire there, but we are now underway. Auckland picking up the puck. Richmond has it there, sends it down for Pascoe, who will cycle back up to the blue line and through the middle. There is a penalty on the play here. I did not see what happened, so I'll wait and see what. It was a kicking.
Huh. Don't get that one very often.
Just see if I can listen to what the refs are saying here, because I'm not 100% sure what the call is. She said there was a kicking motion, so she may have kicked the other player. But the refs are just having a discussion down here by the scorebox. And Dunedin are on the power play. What for? A kick? What that call is, we will find out in a second.
I don't know if it's a call in itself, but
No. All right.
Oh, trip?
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. A few people out there aren't quite sure what's going on, but yes, we are now on a power play to Dunedin. And they capitalised on the last one. Let's see if they can do it again here and reclaim the lead that they lost less than a minute ago. And the puck comes up for Caitlin Heal. And the clearance attempt is unsuccessful. Caitlin Heal comes up with the puck under pressure by Murray. She sends it around for Caitlin Orr, misses her stick, but it comes around for Abby Heal, who goes across to her sister. Tries to send it in, but Murray gets in the way of that. Clearance attempt comes up for Hannah Cross. And now with Caitlin Hill coming across the top of the hash marks there. Abby Hill now with the puck, pops it in. That just goes wide off Caitlin Orr's stick. And it comes back up for Caitlin Orr, and a stick from the Auckland defender deals with that. That was very close. Keenan now with it on the blue line, back to Abby Hill. Up to Caitlin Hill. Slap shot goes wide, now with Hannah Cross. Down behind the line. Centering pass goes onto an Auckland stick, and that's sent the length of the ice. Brilliant first minute of the power play from both teams there. Dunedin dealing with it and getting some really good attempts on, but Auckland getting in the way of the nastiest ones. And Dunedin now breaking through the central zone. And the puck falls onto Abby Hill's stick from the clearance attempt. Shot on goal is stopped by the goalie, who will get a glove on that, and we have a whistle with 37 seconds left in the power play to Dunedin. And Pascoe gets the puck forward off the face-off, and it is sent down and deep, and Pascoe will chase that and forecheck here on the penalty kill. Puck is sent around onto the stick of Jones, who comes through 2-3, but Rossick gets a stick on that. There is a penalty on the play here. Hooking call against one of the Dunedin players. Who is it? It is, I think, Caitlin Orr. No. Who is it? Number 5.
That's Vanel, I think.
That's Kate Vanel. Similar size.
Yeah.
Right, so we have 15 seconds of 4-on-4. And if nothing happens then we will have a minute 45 of an Auckland power play. And Russick sends out the length of the ice, and that will most likely be icing. That is icing. As when it's 4-on-4, there is no player advantage, so you can get called for icing the puck. So we come back down for a face-off in Dunedin zone again. Face-off won by Dunedin. Russick sends it down again. And this time, Abby Hill will chase it down, and she will get the puck. But Jones puts on some immense pressure on defence and sends the puck up for Pascoe, who takes it deep into Dunedin zone, across to Malari, sends it in for Pascoe. Tips it behind her, but the goalie gets a pad on that, and Dunedin attempt to clear it, but that is kept in at the line by the Auckland captain. Across to Neville Lamb, down to Pascoe. Back up to Neville Lamb. Pressured, and the puck comes out for Malari. Down to Pascoe. Across to the captain, sends it in, and that is blocked off wide by the goalie. And the goalie stops another shot, and the puck comes out for Neville Lamb, sends it around for Malari. Abby Hill gets a stick on that. Sends it the length of the ice with 50 seconds left in the penalty kill. Caitlin Heel chases down the puck and keeps hold of it. Sends it up for Hayward. Tries to get a shot off, but Neville Lamb gets her foot in the way of that one. Pascoe with the puck along the wing. Coming through centre. And comes into Dunedin's zone. Drops it off for Malari. Across to Neville Lamb. Back up for Jones. And
beautiful.
nobody home to stop Malari there. That was a very easy shot there for Malari to pop that in. She had the entire net available to her. So Auckland did well there. Opened up the Dunedin defence here on the power play. And popped in a nice, simple goal to put themselves up 3-2 with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second period. And face-off eventually won by Linton of Dunedin, who sends it in deep. And Richmond picks it up behind Auckland's goal. Sends it out all the way the length of the ice. And they will chase that down. Iceland is waved off. And Bruce picks it up behind Dunedin's net. Looking for a way through. Drops it off for her teammate. But Ryle gets a stick on that and sends it up for her own player. Battle in the neutral zone comes out with Richmond receiving the puck in her defensive zone. And she tries to get that up and it stays in and is on the stick of Linton. Henderson sends it towards goal, but nobody is home, so Auckland will pick up the puck and break out. Puck lands on a Dunedin stick and that is sent down. Caitlin Heel will chase in for Dunedin and almost does the job. The puck, it's attempted to clear, but Hannah Cross gets a stick on that. It's now with Caitlin Orr, but she can't quite hold on to it. And a few Auckland sticks in there, and it eventually lands on the stick of Pascoe, who comes around past Caitlin Heel, past Caitlin Orr, past Abby Hill, past Lainey Keenan. Lainey will just put the puck in her goalie's glove, and I cannot commentate a Dunedin game without saying the wrong Keenan sister. It's Lainey Keenan. Whitney's not even in the team. So Lainey did some good work there to keep that puck out of the net alongside the keeper. And Lainey now comes up with the puck off the face-off. Bounces it up the boards for Caitlin Hill, who goes down, but Lainey follows in, puts a shot on that goes wide. And the puck comes onto an Auckland stick. Clearance attempt is unsuccessful. Cross keeps it in or sends it towards goal, but there is an Auckland stick in the way, so she will pop that up to the neutral zone. Abby Hill now with the puck for Dunedin, back in the defensive zone. Sends it up to Caitlin Orr. And to Caitlin Hill now with Abby Hill up the boards. Caitlin follows in her sister and picks up the lost puck. Back to Abby. Caitlin sends it in to Winifred, I think her name is. And puck leaves the zone, so it comes back for Russick. And back with Dunedin, sent across, but the play is now with McLean down behind the Auckland goal. Puck comes to Dunedin in front of the net, but that goes straight. A shot from Hayward goes straight into the goalie's chest and easily dealt with there. So we have a whistle and we will have a face-off to the left of the Auckland goalie. And Hayward wins that for Dunedin and it's sent back in towards Hayward, but she goes down and Auckland come up with the puck behind their goal. Sent up towards Dunedin's goal, but The defenders deal with that. Bernal pops the puck up the wing, sends it in deep. And Sammy Hayward will go in and chase that for Dunedin. And they keep the puck in, but it is picked off by Auckland. And the puck comes out of the zone with Hansen. It goes offside, and Pai will chase it in for Auckland. And they've now got it up the wing and sent down, but Dunedin picked it off. Comes up for Dunedin in the neutral zone and eventually onto the stick of Dunedin, an Auckland player. Now with Jones on the wing. Sends it across for Hansen, who gets to stick on that but can't quite hold on to it. And she was just a little bit on the wrong side of halfway when she hit that one, and we have an icing call. So, we'll come back down Auckland's end for a face-off with 34.8 seconds left in the second period. Puck comes out for Dunedin to Hannah Cross. Now with Caitlin Heel, sends a shot on. That hits the goalie, but she can't deal with that, and they are forced to clear it to the wing. And the puck comes out now with Caitlin Heel, who will opt to go in herself, but she's picked off by Jones. And Cross almost deals with that, and there is a call against Auckland here. So as soon as they touch the puck, we will be going to a power play for elbowing.
With 5 seconds left.
Elbowing, that was elbowing to the head of Hannah Cross there. And that is against number 13 from Auckland, Sophie Harold. So we'll see if they can do anything in the next 5 seconds. If not, we'll be beginning the third period with almost an entire power play available to Dunedin. Shot is blocked, and Auckland survive the first 5 seconds of that power play. So we began the period 1-0 to Dunedin. It is now 3-2 to Auckland. So Auckland absolutely stepped up there in the last 20 minutes, and now it is Dunedin's job as they begin that third period with a power play to step up, even up the scorelines, and then go for the win. Who will come out on top? Who will come out with the bronze medal? We'll find out in about half an hour's time. So I'll see you guys in 15 minutes when we come back for the final period. Welcome back, everybody, to the final period of our bronze medal, excuse me, our bronze medal match here in Dunedin. We have Auckland Steel leading Dunedin Thunder Women 3-2, and we came into the second period with Dunedin up 1-0, so the second period absolutely was owned by Auckland, scoring 3 goals to Dunedin's 1. And Dunedin will begin this final period on a power play with 1:55 left after an elbowing penalty to one of the Auckland players, whose name I cannot remember. I'll remember it when she ends up back in the bin soon enough. Just a little conversation between captains and the umpires going on down below us, so we will be underway with the game very shortly. And so yes, Dunedin do start on the power play, which presents them with the perfect opportunity to get themselves back to level peg and get themselves back to 3-3 and make this a wonderful final period to this match as the opening match of the day before we have Canterbury take on Wakatipu at 10 o'clock in the final of the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League for 2022. But before then, let's get underway.
Woohoo.
Here with Abby Heel up against Rachel Neville Lamb for the face-off in the final period. And we're just going to wait a little second while one of our officials makes his way onto the bench. Maybe his coffee took a little bit too long to be brewed. I hope you've all enjoyed your coffees this morning. Some of you are probably still in bed. It's, according to that clock, 7:56. I think that's about an hour early. 8:56.
Oh, it's daylight savings.
It is, yes. I thought you slept in. I thought you didn't change your clock. That's why I thought you were late. But no, we are now underway, and the puck lands for Abby Heel, who sends it across for Caitlin Orr down into the zone, but picked up by Neville Lamb. Abby Heel gets a stick on that and tries to send it in, but that is picked off and lands on the stick of Neville Lamb, who takes it in deep.
2-on-1.
2-on-1, absolutely sends it across and easily put into the net. Short-handed goal there. Assisted by Neville Lamb and put into the net by Helen Murray, I think. Yes, Helen Murray is the goal scorer there for Auckland. So they now lead 4-2. With a minute 33 left on Dunedin's power play. Time for them to step up and see if they can get themselves another goal here and halve that lead. But a brilliant, brilliant start for Auckland there. Coming out, fighting hard as they mean to go for the rest of the period and hold on to the lead that they have earned for themselves. So Dunedin send the puck out of their zone. Caitlin Heel will chase Richmond, but Richmond easily gets that out of the zone now with Abby Heel. Sends it forward to her sister, takes it down along the wing and lands for Richmond. Tries to send it out, but Cross gets a stick on that, sends it goalward, and that is in! The puck goes in. Now I couldn't see, I think Caitlin Heel got her stick on that. I'm not 100% sure, but it did bounce up. I'm not sure if it was Caitlin Heel's stick. Well, she's celebrating it, so absolutely. Caitlin Heel got that off a tipped off a shot from Cross. So they did the job. Dunedin got the goal they needed off this power play, but the Auckland Steel are still ahead 4-3 after that brilliant short-handed goal they scored earlier in the period. So with 19 minutes to go, 4-3 to Auckland Steel. Puck comes up for Auckland, sends it in deep, and Russick will chase it down behind her goal line. Comes up for Bruce, who's pressured by 2 Dunedin players, but Bruce does come up with the puck eventually. Sent across the goal and out of the zone. Straight into Sammy Hayward, and the puck now sent in. Thompson will chase that and pushes it down for Hayward, down behind her own goal line. Sent across for Davis, but she doesn't manage to hold on to that, and it's now with McLean. Davis sends it across and will chase her own puck. And icing is called on the play, so we'll bring back those Dunedin players who changed and have a face-off in Dunedin's defensive zone. We've got Neville Lamb taking on Sammy Hayward here. And puck comes up for Auckland, gloved skillfully by the goalie for Dunedin, Ashley Dickinson. And scramble there on the face-off. Puck comes up again for Auckland, but she whiffs on the shot. And Dunedin now need to skate hard to avoid another icing call, and it will be another icing call, as Vanel can't quite keep up. With Jones. And puck comes up for Auckland off the face-off. Tries to send it across, but it hits the skate and comes out for Dunedin. And they will dump it in deep and go for a complete change. And Auckland's trying to send the puck up. The puck comes out of the zone, but Watt picks it up. Comes out of the zone again. And Dunedin dump it in and will chase the puck deep. And good forecheck in there from Linton, who sent it goalward, but a Auckland stick gets on top of that. Scramble in front of the net, and the goalie gets a glove on it. So we'll have a face-off to the left of the Auckland goalie. And puck comes up for Watt on the blue line, sends it towards the goal, but that misses everything, goes wide. And a stick in the lane from Malari, but Watt manages to get that off her stick. And comes up for Pascoe, who tries to get it across the goal, but a stick on the ice from Dunedin gets that one out. And it now goes back and forth in the middle of the ice. Now Watt from Dunedin sends it forward and into the penalty box. So we have a face-off at centre ice. And comes up from Malari, who deals with some pressure, gets it through, but Pascoe can't get a stick on that, and Abby Hill almost gets it out, but that is onto the skate of McLean. Now back with Abby Hill, sends it deep down behind Auckland's goal. And now back onto the stick of Abby Hill, who tries to send it forward, but Malari gets her stick on it instead, and will break it out with Pascoe in support. Malari going alone, puts it onto the pad, and that went wide. It was a completely open net for Pascoe, and she did not put it into the net. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but now Auckland have it down behind their own goal line. Pascoe now breaking it out. And she's now back behind her goal again, as Dunedin go for a slightly messy change there. But Dunedin sending it in deep after intercepting the pass, now with McLean. And Thompson takes the puck in the neutral zone, sends it down. Hayward will chase McLean behind the goal. And Thompson fighting for the puck here, but Auckland come up with it and send it out of the zone. Now on the stick of Hayward. And now with Davis, but it comes up for Auckland, who will send it across the ice, and Bruce will chase that down for the Auckland team. It's sent up the ice, and Russick will chase that with an icing call. So we'll come back down Auckland's end for a face-off. And Pascoe's certainly not happy about missing that goal. She was showing her emotions as she stepped off the ice. But she will, I'm sure, be back to help them defend their lead in a few minutes' time. And we will have a face-off here that comes out for Dunedin. Watt just misses the puck there, so it comes out of the zone and she'll send it across to a teammate who will pass it up for Ryle, dump it in behind the goal, and Linton will chase that. Jones with the puck for Auckland, coming up in front of the goal and sends it up, but Watt gets in the way of that, sends it down and deep, and that should be icing. No. Henderson chases that down and manages to cancel out the icing call. And Dunedin now have it in front of the net, but easily picked off by the Auckland defence, who are now on the breakaway. Murray taking it in deep, sends it towards the goal, but the goalie gets in the way. Neville Lamb cannot put that into the net. So Henderson now with the puck for Dunedin, but picked off by Auckland and sent out of the zone by an errant stick from Dunedin. Puck sent up the ice and completely missed by everyone, but not enough for icing. So we have a battle down on the boards behind the goal there, and Abby Hill looking to try and get a whistle there, but doesn't pay off. And Caitlin Hill now chasing the puck up, and she sticks with it after some pressure there. Passes it across to Caitlin Orr, but she cannot get a stick on that, so bounce down into the corner. She tries to send it towards the goal and picked off by an Auckland stick. Caitlin Hill with the wrap around attempt, but it doesn't work, and now puck coming out for Auckland, who send it down the ice, and Hannah Cross will chase that. There is an icing call on that play as well. Yes. Now Auckland not happy with that. They do believe they got a touch on it, but the call is standing, and their players will remain on the ice for the time being. So here's an opportunity for Dunedin with 13 minutes to go, but Auckland win the face-off. Cross with some brilliant pressure there to keep the puck from going all the way down, but Malari now with a one-on-one against Keenan. She just loses the puck there, and the puck comes across for Orr, who will try and pop it up, but pressure from Malari makes it much more difficult than she expected it to be. Abby Hill sends it up for her sister, but a stick gets in the way of that. Pascoe now, and the play is offside. Pascoe just went a little bit too early there, so Dunedin now with the puck in their own zone. And Auckland never got back onside. So we will now have a face-off outside the zone. Puck comes up for Dunedin, sent back to Sammy Hayward now with the puck. And puck pops across towards Russick, who will send it up for a teammate. Now Pascoe has picked up the puck, but it comes up for Dunedin now with Russick in the defensive zone. Off the skate of Vernal, and Malari stick handling past Vernal, but the pressure is put on now with Pascoe, who puts it into the shoulder of the goalie, and no harm done on that shot. Pascoe just has it tapped off her stick, so we'll come out into the neutral zone and back into the defensive zone. Sent up and onto the stick of Malari. And pressure from Hayward makes it more difficult for her than she'd like it to be, and the puck is now with Hayward, but now with Pascoe, who just keeps it in the zone. Through the feet of the Dunedin player, and now with Winifred Davis, who tries to get it up. And it does eventually make it into the zone. And the forechecking pressure there keeps it in. Now with McLean of Auckland, who will send it across. But a little stick lift from Watt deals with that pressure, and Dunedin now resetting in their own zone, sent up the ice. But forechecking pressure from Auckland keeps it in, and Watt is now forced to chase it down behind her own goal line. Puck comes up for Ryle, who takes it down and just loses it just inside the Auckland zone. Puck sent goalwards, but an Auckland stick sends that off towards the boards. And now Bruce comes up with the puck for Auckland, sends it forward for Murray, but that goes onto the stick of Watt. Just holds back a little bit as she tries to get her team on side. Dumps it in deep, and Auckland now with Murray. Puck sent across and onto the stick of Keenan, who breaks in for Dunedin. But no harm done there, nobody there to support her. So the puck comes back out and is with Keenan again. Now on the stick of Heel, Abby Heel. Puts it in on goal, but her sister is unable to get the rebound. So Auckland now breaking out Neville Lamb with the puck along the wing. Sends it towards goal, nobody there. And Dunedin now getting the puck out with Caitlin Orr. Breaking out with Caitlin Heel supporting her. Stick from the Auckland defender deals with that. And the puck now back with Caitlin Orr, sends it towards the goal. Caitlin Heel tries to get it in off the pad of the goalie. Sends it over. Sends it over the top, but no harm done there. And now the puck comes out of the zone, sent back in. And the puck now with Malari. But Cross gets right in the way of that, but Malari does all the work to get back to it. Cross does all the work to get back to it herself, and now she's breaking out with Davis in support. She sends it towards the goal and chases her own puck. Davis will go in and look to recycle that. Bernal backing her up, sends it towards goal, and it is now with the Auckland team. Thompson sends it in for Dunedin, and Auckland will reset from behind their own goal line. Up, puck is sent up, and Thompson from Dunedin will collect that, send it across to Russick. And up to Bernal now with Hayward coming up the wing. Hayward puts it towards the goal, but that deflects off a stick and over the boards. So we will have a whistle. With 8:31 to go in the match, it is still a tight match. 4-3 Auckland lead with twice as many shots on goal as Dunedin. And Malari now with the puck, sends it across to Pascoe, off the skate, back onto her stick. And Thompson does the work to push her off the puck, but it stays with Auckland. The entire goal was open and Pascoe went wide again, but that one off Malari goes into the net. So there you have it, 5-3 Auckland now. And you definitely felt it there. Pascoe was looking for redemption after the missed shots and really working hard to try and get that puck in. And the goal may not have gone to her, but the goal did come in the end for Malari. So Auckland now up 5-3 with just over 8 minutes left in the game. Puck comes out from McLean off the face-off. And interception there by Dunedin, but it was offside. So it will come back out for a face-off just outside the blue line. And that's the way that Dunedin want to carry on. They want to, not with offsides of course, but pressuring off the face-off, going in and getting these goals that they desperately need. And there it is again, more pressure off the face-off, but Jones comes up with the puck, sends it out, and it is on the stick of Watt in the neutral zone. Passes across to Sam. Sends it up for Ryle, but that is onto an Auckland stick. And the puck comes out of the zone, dumped back in by Dunedin. And Ryle will chase Pye of Auckland, who passes it to the goalie. An unorthodox, but that comes onto the stick of a Dunedin player, and she can't quite get enough force on her shot, and that just drifts into the goalie. And now it's on the stick of Watt in the neutral zone, who brings it in. Thompson coming in to claim the lost puck. And it is still with Dunedin. Watt can't get a stick on it. It goes all the way back down the length of the ice. And Sam will look to deal with that. Dumps it behind her with no support onto the stick of Neville Lamb. Watt now with the puck, reclaiming it. But that bounces off her skate, and Bruce trying to... Bruce does well. Bruce does well to keep it in, but Heel eventually gets onto it, and Caitlin Heel gets it down into the offensive zone. Cycling it round, waiting for her defensive support. Passes across to Cross. Cross gets the shot off, but that's blocked by Neville Lamb, who will now break it out herself. But Caitlin Heel gets a stick on that. And now back with Neville Lamb. Neville Lamb goes down. No penalty called on that. So we will carry on. And Vernal will chase down the puck behind Dunedin's goal line. Brilliant work by Neville Lamb just to keep on the puck there. The offensive pressure is good. Somebody's been called. Both two players went down, I'm not sure. It is a call against Auckland. Sorry, against Dunedin. Interference call against... Who else? Hannah Cross.
6, yeah.
So this is not what Dunedin need right now. They are now down on the penalty kill, down a player, down 2 goals. With 6 minutes left in the game. It's time to see if they can step up. And instead of fight to survive, fight to win the match. And some good defensive pressure there, gets the puck out of the zone, and Auckland will reset in the neutral zone. Send up to Pascoe. Across to a teammate, back to Pascoe. Back up to the blue line. Shot on goal, it goes wide, now on the stick of Thompson, who will try to get it out, but Jones gets her stick on that. And now passing up and down the lane. Pascoe now with the puck, shoots, misses, puck is behind the net. And scramble there, but the goalie appears to have kept it out, so we will have a face-off. Mad scramble in front of the net there. The goalie was well out of position and with her back to the play at one point. So good thing she managed to get back into the right place and keep the puck out of the net. And puck comes up for Auckland off the face-off. Back up for Richmond. Onto the skate of Watt, and Caitlin Heel sends it up for her sister, who will go one-on-one. Comes around and puts it in the net. There it is. Short-handed goal for each team. It's the Heel sisters teaming up. Caitlin Heel sending it up for Abby Heel, who goes around all the defense and puts it in the back of the net. So there you have it, 5-4. This is not over yet. And absolutely, I said that this is the time for Dunedin to step up, and they have, scoring a short-handed goal with five minutes left on the clock. So we'll now put out Hayward and Vernal to see out the next minute of this power play, this penalty kill. And let's see if these girls can come out and respond. They pick up the puck off the face-off, send it deep, and Pascoe will chase down behind her goal line. And no doubt go up herself, as she is. Goes around Hayward to Watt. Gets the shot off, but that is blocked somewhere in front of the net. Hayward gets the puck and sends it off the ref and down the ice. Jones picks up the puck in the neutral zone. Sends it across to Malari. Doesn't quite get onto the stick, so she'll reset. Looking for her support, comes to Jones in the slot. And defensive pressure from Russick and Vernal there forces the pass back up to Malari at the blue line. Pascoe coming across. And open net there for Murray, but she doesn't get the shot off properly, and it hits the side of the net. So Malari now with the puck, and we are back to even pegging. And that may be a a goalie crease call. I think the players were in the goalie crease for too long, so we're now getting a face-off outside the blue line. Auckland captain not quite happy with something that happened there. She did go down for a bit, but she got up. She's getting off the ice, and we'll see if she comes back on before the end of the match. So not only did Dunedin deal to the penalty that they faced, but they scored a goal down a player. So with just under 4 minutes to go, it is time for Dunedin to step up again and see if they can score one more goal and force an overtime.
Or two.
Well, they could score 2 goals, and here comes Caitlin Hill. Doesn't quite stick with the puck. The puck is now with Richmond. Now, or Abby Hill can't get a stick on that, but it comes out for cross in the neutral zone. Tries to send it across, but that goes into the leg of Bruce and back onto an Auckland stick. Abby Hill now with the puck. Sends it up. Tries to send it up to her sister, but again off the leg of Bruce. Bruce is just everywhere. And Cross now coming up with the puck. Goes in herself. Puts it towards the net. Goes wide. And goalie uses stick to get that out towards the corner. And a little battle on the boards there, but Auckland come up with the puck. Oh, she leaves it behind. And they both go down, but eventually Malari comes up with the puck and heads towards the Dunedin zone. 1-on-3, so Caitlin Hill easily gets in the way of that shot. And she gets in the way of the next shot. Pascoe now with the puck down below the goal line. Malari with the puck below the goal line. Looking to do something fancy with it, but instead just comes around towards the wing. Drops it with Pascoe. And Russick gets a stick on that. Now down behind the goal line, Malari bringing it up. Sends it towards the goal, right onto the stick of Pascoe. But that bounces off her skate, and a little bit of stick handling to get around Cross. Abby Hill gets in the way of that. And the goalie says, let's have a drinks break. It's a good pressure at both ends, but the pressure is on Dunedin still with only 2 minutes to go. Still down 1 goal. We'll be looking to see if they do pull the goalie at any point soon. All right. Puck comes up for Auckland, but now on the stick of Russick, who sends it up for Vanal, who manages to get it out of the zone, but it is on an Auckland stick. Neville Lamb now takes it in, dumps it in, and Russick will chase behind the goal. Vanal tries to bounce it up the boards, but that's stopped by the Auckland player. Now with Neville Lamb, who gets a shot on and goes wide. Hayward now behind the net. Tries to send it up, but an Auckland stick gets in the way of that. It's some brilliant forechecking here, a brilliant offensive pressure. And Auckland now have the puck back. And the goalie gloves that one. So with just over a minute to go, we will have another face-off in the Dunedin defensive area. And Dunedin really need to get it out now, at the very least get it down the other end, because there's no chance of pulling the goalie if the puck is still in their zone. But Auckland win the face-off, so no goalie pulling for the time being. Puck comes across to the other side. Dunedin now with the puck, looking to break it out. And puck is now with Pascoe coming back into Dunedin's zone. Pascoe goes down. No call on that play. And the puck now comes out of the zone, and Dunedin will chase it down with 30 seconds to go in the match. Richmond sends it up to Malari. Sends it across for Pascoe, who will chase it in. And the shot goes wide. 18 seconds to go. Watt now comes in, and Henderson will now need to get it up the ice because they've got 10 seconds to go. this is very likely the end of the match. We have 4 seconds to go. And there you have it. 5-4. That was a valiant effort on both sides. Well done to Auckland, coming out victors here in this 3rd place match for the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League 2022. They were unlucky to lose last night. It was a very tight match. 2 fast goals from both teams throughout the match, and then 2 fast goals from Canterbury saw Canterbury take the win in the end. But tonight, or this morning, it's still very early in the morning. This morning, Auckland take a hard-fought win, 5-4 over Dunedin. And Dunedin, by no means, Dunedin were a brilliant team today as well. They very much could have won that match, and it was tight the whole way. So well done to both teams. Well done to Dunedin for sticking with it and fighting all the way to the bitter end. And as we said, there is a lot of young blood in this team and a lot of experience to be gained over the next few years. So I expect to see this team competitive going into the future. But it is now time for Auckland to enjoy the spoils, to take home the bronze medal. And we will finish up with the player of the match and the handshake line. So here come the ladies of the Dunedin Women's Thunder and the Auckland Steel. And I'll see if I can listen in and give you an update on who's got player of the games. Dickinson, the goalie for Dunedin, takes player of the game. She did absolutely work very hard, stopping 34 of 39 shots. And Helen Murray of Auckland takes player of the day for them. And now, of course, we have the handshake line. Smiles all around. It's a brilliant way to end the match. So that's it from me. I unfortunately don't get a long weekend. I'm off to work now, so I don't actually know who's going to be on the mic the next match, but it's possibly Simon, and we all enjoy.
Yeah, I've talked to Simon.
It's going to be Simon. Well, after listening to me for the last 3 matches, you'll be happy to listen to Simon's voice. He's got a lot more cracking jokes for you. So that's it from me. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great long weekend, and I don't know who I'm going to support in the next match. I like red. I'll say Canterbury. Go Canterbury.